Remember that by the end of 2022 you have made clear plans and rules for 2023? How's it going? If you're off track, it's not too late to make adjustments and get back on track. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here with the daily market recap. We'll go over the daily and the monthly chart. So without any further ado, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and let's see the charts. With the pressure of the bears, 395 is still holding. This trend line also needs to hold. All these crossroads between the yellow trend line and the red trend line, these are very important trend lines because the yellow one came all the way from December 2021 as a very tough resistance for the lower highs until it broke to the upside. Now retracing back, retesting it as support, and this red trend line all the way from October lows held the higher lows. Now all this area needs to hold, otherwise we will get retesting the December lows. On the monthly, always zoom in, zoom out to get a better point of view of price action. Now we can clearly see that all this area 410, look left, very strong resistance. It was support, became a very strong resistance basically since June 2022. Now this trend line needs to hold, otherwise this red trend line will get retested. This red trend line, this one here, goes all the way back to June of 09, November 11, COVID-19, September, October lows. Now, if this yellow trend line will fail to hold, we will get retesting this red trend line. QQQ, same thing. Daily, consolidating with multi-dojis. 293 needs to hold. 298 to the upside is a very tough resistance. This trend line needs to hold. Same story as the SPY. This trend line goes all the way to November 2021. As you can see, very tough resistance until it broke to the upside. And now going back, retesting this one as support. Zoom out. Monthly. Bulls tried. Got rejected by the bears, very strong bears at the 312, 313 area. Only by looking left, we can see support, tough resistance once again. February high, tough resistance. Now this trend line needs to hold, otherwise this trend line, the yellow one, will get retested as support. Goes all the way to 08, 09. Here, COVID-19, and as you can see, October, November, December, and January lows got bounced. So all we need to do is follow price, use levels, trend lines to manage our risk. IWM, same story. Doji after doji after doji. Indecision in the market. So we cannot decide. If market cannot decide, we surely cannot decide to go long or short. We need to sit on our hands and wait for a clear signal from the market. For now, on the IWM, 188 is holding. Very important level of support because it was a very tough level of resistance. Failing to hold, this trend line will get retested and we have all the levels to the downside to manage risk. On the monthly, we can clearly see this area over here, the 190, 192 area, support, support, and all this area is a very tough resistance for the IWM since May 2022, almost 1 year. 190, 191, 192 area, very tough resistance. Now, if we see this doji, last time we saw it, we got a flush to the downside. Will history repeat itself? No one knows, but with high probability, it will, all the way to 183 and maybe back to this yellow trend line that goes all the way to here. 08, 09 lows, 11. Here it broke to the downside to this red trend line. We don't want to visit this red trend line. This red trend line goes all the way to 09 lows, COVID lows. If this yellow trend line will fail to hold, high probability this red trend line will be next at the 150 area, 145, 150 area. Dow Jones. This multi-top is getting validated each and every day that goes by, and if you are following me on Twitter, you know this area, you know that we have prepared for bulls to give up on this and flash to the downside. If you're not following me on Twitter, this is the time. Follow. Now 326 needs to hold, otherwise the same bull run we saw over here since October lows all the way to here to the 343 area, we can see flash to the downside back to 300. On the monthly, very clear, very clean, you can see 343, 340 area, strong support became a very strong resistance. Now we have a new monthly low from January lows and also from December lows. Going back down to 316, we might, nobody knows, but continuation to the downside, we can assume that 316 will be the next support to look at. As you can see, charts are very clean, very easy to see where price might be headed. We have a downtrend, we have a clear downtrend, we have this high here, lower high, very clear downtrend. No other indicators are truly needed. If you want to take your trading journey to the next level and become your own indicator, check Fibonacci-Traders Mentorship Live one-on-one program. You will become your own indicator. You will stop following others. Bitcoin on the daily broke below the orange trend line. Now it wants to go back up. 23 needs to hold, otherwise we will see this yellow trend line once again getting retested on the monthly. After January's bull run, we got a doji on February. Now let's see if we can break to the upside above 24,400 all the way to 32, or this doji will get validated as a trend reversal signal, and we are going back retesting this yellow trend line together with this support at the 18K. Let me know what do you think, where Bitcoin is going, to the upside 32 or back retesting the 18. I'm interested to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Ethereum daily basically bouncing between all this area here, 1560, 1670, short below this one, long above this one. And of course, everything you see and hear on this channel is for educational purposes only. Always do your own due diligence. Ethereum on the monthly, as you can see, basically nothing from August 2022. Moving sideways between the 1260, 1200, and getting each and every time getting rejected by the same area, the 1680. So if you are planning to go longer in Ethereum, I would wait for a week or two, close above this area, and then you have all the levels to the upside. Breaking below February lows, below the 1450, and we're going back to 1260. Dollar index, daily, broke above 104. Now, let's see if we can get some pullback retesting this area as support. It was a very tough resistance. Now, it needs to hold as support. Otherwise, it's going back to 103 and maybe back to this red trend line. On the monthly, after 3 months to the downside, February came. The bulls of dollar index came very strong. This is why the indices went down. Dollar index went up from 101 to 105. Now, let's see where it headed. We have a doji. We have this bull candle to the upside. Now, we might go all the way back to 108. It all depends on inflation. But we trade the candles. Natural gas, very strong bounce from 210, now 275 is holding a support, was resistance. Next level of resistance will be the 3 on the monthly. After a very steep downtrend from these highs at the 935, 930 area, all the way to 201, we got a doji on the monthly, and a doji represents an indecision in the market, but it also can represent a trend reversal, and in this case, trend reversal to the upside, and we have a gap here. 433, an open gap on natural gas, and we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. So now you have all the levels to manage the risk to the upside and to the downside. SMH daily, indecision in the market, but each and every candle that goes by, we do have a higher low with 241, 242 to the upside as a very tough resistance, as you can see. 5, 6 candles, very tough resistance. Let's see where it takes us. Now, SMH on the monthly, we had this doji after a steep downtrend, doji, trend reversal, and now we have another doji. Another trend reversal, this time to the downside. We might, nobody knows. We take Fibonacci, swing high, swing low, doji at the 618 retracement level. Very strong signal for a trend reversal. Short below 231. VIX daily bouncing between 22 and the 20. On the monthly, we can see trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. Each and every time price of the VIX reached and bounced. Oil, we have a bounce once again from this area, from this support area. Every time price reached, bounced, reached, bounced, reached, bounced, consolidation. Now we need to break above this yellow trend line, and then we take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and as you can see, Fibonacci give us all the levels of resistance and support to the future. AAPL on the daily, consolidation, 146 to the downside, 149 to the upside. Dojis all across the board on February because check the monthly, cleaner the chart. What do we see? Downtrend, bounce. Now we got a doji. So we take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and once again, not surprising, we had a clear downtrend. Bulls tried to bounce, got rejected by 618. Doji, pressure to the downside, 143 needs to hold. Otherwise, 134 and 124 to the downside. AMD, inside this short-term downtrend channel, 76 needs to hold. 81 for the bulls. This is the test. On the monthly, cleaning the chart. Now we take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, swing low, got rejected by the 84. 84, look left. Very strong resistance, support, and got rejected with a doji. 70 is the next level of support that we need to look at. Amazon on the daily, the 618 is still holding. Long above 97, short continuation below 92.80. On the monthly, clear the chart. No bull trend on sight. Swing high, swing low, and there you have it. Swing high, swing low, rejected by 112. 112 was support and resistance. Support got rejected. Now looks like Amazon on the monthly is going to retest the 81. Tesla on the daily, still moving sideways, bouncing between the 190 and the 220. On the monthly, if we clean the chart, we take Fibonacci, swing high, swing low. We can be a little more accurate, like this. And downtrend, bounce to the 50% retracement, the 206. Support, support, resistance. But on the monthly, Tesla is looking good. We had the downtrend. Now, trend reversal signal with a second higher high, higher low on the monthly. NVDA. If you're following me on Twitter and you saw previous video in the last few weeks or so, you know these trend lines. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. We don't need any indicators, not even Fibonacci. We know breaking below this yellow trend line, we have a gap to the downside. Gaps are like magnets, black hole for price action if you want. Breaking below this yellow trend line and this gap, 80% chance will get filled We have also this gap over here. Gap inside a gap. Shopify holding the 40 area. This 40 area on the daily is the 618. Fibonacci retracement and still holding inside this uptrend channel. On the monthly, not looking so good. We need to hold above this red trend line, otherwise 34 will get retested once again. So I do hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit a like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget to check Fibonacci Traders Academy playlist, 22 videos on 20 minutes or less, how to become a better trader, technical and on the mental side. Until the next video, stay safe.